It's game day, Kentucky Auburn. Who wins it? And what do I think Mark Pope and this Kentucky team is going to do for the remainder of the season? I'm getting ready to give you my thoughts on it. I'm Chris Adams, and before I get started on my video, guys, can you please hit the like button, follow me on TikTok, and subscribe to me over on YouTube. Okay, so this Auburn team is terrible. They're absolutely terrible. They've lost 5 games in a row. Their best player is a player named Keyshawn Hall. He's 6'7" senior, nothing special. He averages 21-7, nothing special. They're terrible. Auburn's absolutely terrible. They are 15th. They can't stop anybody. They're 15th in the SEC defensively. Absolutely atrocious. They're 13th in the SEC in field goal percentage. They're 11th in three-point percentage. They're 14th in field goal percentage. Believe me when I say this Auburn team is currently absolutely atrocious. They had a pretty good start to the season. They beat Patino over in Vegas, I think. They beat Arkansas and Calipari at home earlier in the year. I think they had one or two more. Houston beat them by 1 point. That was early in the season. They had a few injuries, but the main thing, I'm actually buddies with one of their beat writers. He got his start for EKU. This has been 12, 14 years ago. Me and him used to work out together. He's a beat writer for Auburn now, not their main beat writer. And he told me, I'm not going to say his name, because of the information he gave me, they've got some serious turmoil in their locker room. I'm not going into great detail on somebody else's team other than ours, but he told me they have a lot of problems in their locker room, and have basically given up on the season. So they're not playing hard for Bruce Pearl Jr., or whatever his first name is. I forget. The last 5 games, Tennessee, Alabama, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Mississippi State. When I say Auburn cannot stop anybody, they cannot stop anybody. 77 to Tennessee. Tennessee is not a juggernaut offensively. 96 to Alabama, 84 to Vandy, 88 to Arkansas, 91 at home to Mississippi State. In a game, I think Hubbard dropped 40 on them. I mean, they played their way out of the NCAA tournament. Auburn is one of the worst teams in the nation right now. They are terrible. We just got beat by a Georgia team that had lost 5 of 6. I can't imagine a scenario where Mark Pope loses another game to a team that's lost 5 consecutive games. 5 consecutive games. As far as I'm concerned, a loss to Auburn counts as three losses. I mean, it would be so bad. They've not won in the month of February. I want to make that clear. The Auburn Tigers have not won in the month of February. They're terrible. They are absolutely atrocious basketball team. Absolutely terrible. So, if you want me to predict the winner, I'm picking Kentucky. Kentucky should win easily. Mark Pope should win this game easily by double digits. I'm not suggesting as my official play to bet on Kentucky. I 100% am. I'm taking the Kentucky money line. I don't think there's any way that Mark Pope can afford to lose this basketball game at all. This is must win. This would be the worst loss of his career. They're terrible. Like, you think Georgia was bad? Georgia's so much better than Auburn, and Georgia's not that good. Auburn's terrible. I want to make that clear. They're absolutely atrocious. Kentucky wins this basketball game. That's my official pick. I'm not telling you to bet on them yet. Betting video will come later. My official pick is we go on the road and win tomorrow night at Auburn. They're terrible. They're absolutely terrible. If we lose this basketball game, any rant that you seen me do over the Georgia game it won't even be close. It will be like unlike anything you all have ever witnessed before, probably. The rant I'll go on if we lose to Auburn. 5 consecutive losses. 5 consecutive losses to Auburn. Or they've lost 5 consecutive games. You cannot lose this game. Okay. What I think this Kentucky team does the rest of the season. This is my honest opinion of what I think Mark Pope does the rest of the season. I just told you that Auburn is atrocious. We have 5 games left. That's 1 win. So I got us beating Auburn. Auburn's terrible. They've lost 5 in a row. The one and only team in the SEC that's worse than Auburn is South Carolina. South Carolina probably couldn't beat me and 4 of you all. They are atrocious. Auburn's atrocious. South Carolina couldn't win the Kentucky basketball state tournament. They probably wouldn't get out of one of these regions. Madison Central is probably 10 points better than South Carolina. South Carolina is so bad, they're terrible. So, we play the 2 worst teams in the SEC the next 2 games. That's 2-0. They win. We got Vanderbilt at home. They've shown their true colors. They're not really a good basketball team. I shouldn't say that. They're good if you don't come to play. They're not athletic at all. Vanderbilt is not athletic at all. When Cal beat Vanderbilt by 25 or 30 a couple of weeks ago, it was a terrible matchup for them because Cal always recruits athletes, and it's a bad matchup. I knew it was a bad matchup for Vandy. Vandy's clearly not that good a basketball team now. They started the year, undefeated for so long. They're snowballing downhill. I think we beat Vanderbilt at home, so that's 3-0. Texas A&M, I don't think is a good basketball team either. I really don't. Are they ranked? I don't know if they're ranked. Let's see. No, Texas A&M is unranked. So, our next 4 games, we play 3 unranked teams. 2 of them are the 2 worst teams in the SEC. A&M's not that good. They were overrated, and we're seeing their true colors. They've been struggling a little bit. Vanderbilt's come back down to earth. They're ranked 19th in the country. So out of those next 4 games, I got us going 4-0. Then 4 wins. That's 4 easy wins, in my opinion. Vanderbilt at Rupp's a win. It's a win for us. That's 4, and then we got Florida coming in. I don't think Florida's elite. I do not think they're elite. They're not one of the best teams in the country. It's not the Florida team for last year. We should be able to beat Florida at home, without question. We have the preseason SEC Player of the Year in OA. We have a defending national champion point guard in Aberdeen. We have a McDonald's All-American playing center. Chandler's the best shooter in the SEC right now. There's probably 500 coaches in the world that could win these 5 games. I'll just be completely honest with you. We should go 5-0 for the remainder of the season. Without question, it should be without breaking a sweat. 5-0. We play 2 teams that are terrible, 2 teams that are nosediving, that are getting progressively worse. Vanderbilt and Texas A&M. Florida's overrated. I think Florida just barely. Let's see, what did Florida do the other night? Florida Gators. They played South Carolina the other night. I clearly clicked on schedule for Florida. Jesus Christ. Sorry. All right, Florida. Florida struggled with South Carolina the other night. We ended up beating them by 14. That game got pretty close. If you can't beat South Carolina by 20 or 25, you have problems. I mean, so I have Kentucky going 5-0 to finish the regular season. That'll put us 24-9. That should give us a bye and play on Friday. That's what I have us going, 5-0. Mark Pope should go 5-0 without question. If he doesn't go 5-0, that's terrible. That's terrible. Should go 5-0 without question. Mark Pope should. There's no reason we can't close out the season winning 5 straight games. So that's my prediction on we win tomorrow night and we win the last 5 games of the season. Go Cats!